Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our attempt at coming back to our regular routine of having a semi-weekly show, but Google and all of its wonderfulness has thrown a random wrench into the works, and I'm not supposed to ever admit that there's problems, but screw it, this time there were some pretty big problems, when you can't punch the big green button that lets things happen. But as you can see by the title plate, we're doing just an open hangout today. We're just gonna be gabbing about whatever. Got the phones open, so to speak, for random callers to come in and pick our brains for those burning questions. Maybe we'll be able to develop a topic for a future hangout out of that. With me today, we've got Bill.
Hey, everybody. Nice to be back.
We have our friend Petra.
Hey everyone, I swear one day I will get out of this closet.
And joining us once again, Richard Soros.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Lion asshole. And it looks like we have a new face here, Boogles McGee. What is your real name, sir?
I am Ryan.
Ryan, nice to meet you. Welcome to the insanity that's about to happen for the next hour or so.
And Ryan was a long-time watcher in the YouTube chat, right?
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for supporting us, Ryan.
Yeah, finally figured out how to use Hangouts.
We're still working on it, don't worry.
Okay, I should say I finally figured out how to get it to work.
Yeah, we're still working on that as well. It's free, though, so we can't complain, right?
Of course we can, Bill. This is the internet.
That's true. That's
if
true.
You can't complain, you're not trying hard enough.
Exactly.
What we are going to do is we're going to try something. Speaking of new things to try out, is something we're going to do with scheduled guests in future Hangouts. Is we've got this wheel of topics that we're going to bring out. You guys are going to be the guinea pigs, and anybody else who shows up today, and it's going to be fun. But we'll just kick back and BS for a bit and see who else we can bring in. And you guys are welcome to invite people as well. Anyone's welcome to join us as long as they have a webcam and microphone. So, Boogles, you've asked a lot of questions over the last few weeks. And are you working on a project right now, or what's going on?
Yep, right now I'm working on modifying a NZXT Source 220 case in order to water cool it. It was not designed with water cooling in mind.
No, this is an older NZXT case, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of their cheaper mid-tower cases.
Mm-hmm. So, what components have you got already for it?
I got the Slim 240 kit from UK.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm starting off with. First time water cooler, so.
Is that an all-in-one? I'm not familiar with it.
No, it's a build your own kit.
Oh, okay. Is it a cross flow, or got the ports on one side of the radiator?
Just on the side.
Okay, cool. So that's your first liquid cooling component you've got for this project.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good start. Where's that going to go, in the ceiling, the floor, or the front?
Putting that in the ceiling, and I'm currently working on building a shroud to cover the fans because there's not enough room to fit the radiator and fans inside the case. So fans are going outside the case.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What do you plan to get next?
Don't know yet. Well, the kit comes with everything to get started, so hopefully I won't need much more than that.
Go ahead, Rich. Did you have something you wanted to ask?
I was just going to ask him if you have any ideas as far as what type of pump and reservoir configuration you're going to go with.
Well, the kit comes with reservoir pump combo.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so it's all there then. So
yeah, so it's everything.
And what was this case again? NZXT what?
The Source 220.
Oh, yeah, okay. Source 220.
And have you been reading up on how to actually go through the process? Troubleshooting, doing a good long leak test without having power to your motherboard and all that.
Haven't really gotten that far yet. Right now, I'm still getting the case to actually fit everything. Once I get to that point, then I'll read a lot more on it.
Yeah, so I highly recommend coming out and starting a thread on the Mozu or Bill's forums, saying that you're doing your first time water cooling and kind of get some feedback and help people give you some helpful hints. I think most of us who've been doing this for a while have made a billion mistakes, had a ton of leaks, may have even destroyed some hardware, so you can kind of leverage our experience, save yourself a little bit of headache, and get some good advice along the way.
Yeah, I've been looking up a little bit on the Mozu. I've got a project log going for it right now. It's called Project Circuit Trace. So just check that out in the member work logs.
Nice. Oh, is it? It's up already. I'll go take a peek and share it.
Oh, nice.
All right. Rich, you've always got some epic project going on. Last time we saw you, you were 3D printing a Stormtrooper helmet for cosplay. What about custom PC builds? What are you working on now? Do you have anything for like upcoming events or?
I've been taking this H Tower to events. I just finished my Star Trek build. Did you see pictures of that? It's like
Star Trek? No.
Yeah. So if you look, CPU Land, they had it. I took it there.
Oh yeah, how was that? Okay, tell us all about this because it was the first time ever they CPU Magazine debuted their own LAN event this year.
Oh, it was a blast. It was a blast. And so there's about 200 people, which wasn't too bad for the first event. It was at a huge event center, but like out in the middle of cornfields, like all around you.
Nebraska, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good turnout. Nice, enthusiastic people. Not a lot of super high-end mods, but the one that won the mod contest was just a really sick steampunk build. And this person just really went above and beyond and did some really innovative things that I think all of us would appreciate.
Yeah, I saw the photos that it's the one you were tweeting photos of?
Exactly.
Yeah, that thing was awesome.
Yeah, he used iron piping, which allowed him to have so much surface area and almost like passive cooling that he didn't have to have the fans on when he ran it. It had like a Titan X and a pretty good specs, and I can't remember which CPU, but it was just wild. It all was painted to look like it was copper. And then he used the piping for the wire conduit. It's just so detailed. I mean, one of those mods that you look at every little small piece. It's like an onion peeling back. Every time you look at it, you see something different.
I'll text you.
Okay.
And that was I'm trying to find it on your Twitter feed. How long ago was it?
This was 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. I mentioned that CPU Magazine on their fan page will have some pictures. I'll go there.
Yeah, they do. They do have quite a few pictures.
Okay. Cool. We've got somebody new joining us. Tabby Jones?
They just dropped out.
That's going to happen. We're going to have these blips in and out. Oh, what the hell is going? Oh, never mind. Wrong room. And then Alex has got his laser machines going to be coming soon, hopefully. Right, Alex?
Again. Yeah, hopefully.
Awesome.
Right now, I'm just hoping that they actually get the customs paperwork to me when they're supposed to. Because there's a change earlier this year in the ISF enforcement, and so they're actually doing like strict ISF enforcement now. So if you don't file the ISF paperwork, I think it's like 24 to 48 hours before the ship leaves port, customs can fine you $5,000 if they want.
Jeez.
So I'd like to avoid that.
Holy cow.
Oh, come on. You don't want somebody taking advantage of hey, I need to pay my rent this week.
No. Yeah, someday that'll show up. Probably by the end of the month if I'm lucky. If I'm less lucky sometime the start of next month. And, one of these days I'll also get my workroom put back together and I won't be in this closet. And, yeah.
Can you give us any type of little hint or teaser of what you're going to use this laser for?
Bill, that would ruin all the fun.
Just a little tiny little tidbit
Nope.
for us?
Nope.
No?
As,
No.
All
as
right.
your unofficial PR representative, the only answer you're allowed to give at this point is stuff. Things.
Stuff and things. Stuff and things.
All right, I'm going to pull up the pictures here shortly. We've got Rich doing a PTG bending demonstration here at this CPU Magazine event. You must be like the guy for these demonstrations because you're traveling all around the world in the country to do this, right, Rich?
Well, I don't know. I can make a fool of myself when I'm doing it, so I don't mind. Like my PETG Mankini.
Okay, so
Bill, you talk about pulling up pictures of Richard doing this demo, and there's like this little voice in the back of my head going, "Please just pull up the GIF I made."
well, you've got that, and we can share that again.
So you're talking about the one with the paracord?
The tube straightener.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was copper or brass. You were.
Yeah, it's copper.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys see
Hey,
this?
Jim.
Yep.
Okay. Got Rich here. He's got his demonstration table, and who were you doing this with?
Swiptech and Primochill.
Oh, cool. And then he's like, guys, this is PTG. This is the new, very futuristic material that we're all using for liquid cooling now. Stop using acrylic, right?
So, yeah, I always use your demo. I always slam it. I don't have a hammer.
Oh, the hammer one, yeah. That we got, yeah, other people copied.
Yeah. I got
That's cool. We're used to innovating and people copying. Oh, why are we cycling through this again? All right, let's see here.
like somebody's in a shop back there. Nice.
This heat gun you've got, I like it. It's wider, so it doesn't need a stand. It just is that where it has a stand built into it, sort of.
Yeah. This is a nice one from Home Depot. They're about $99. They have like digital readout on the back.
Oh, digital readout.
Yeah, it's just absolutely insane. It's a sweet one.
Oh, I like that. So at what temperature are you good to go then? Like 300 degrees?
I just set it up on high, and each batch of PTG is a little bit different, so I don't really pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm. Nerdy Ninjas modding. Where can people check out Nerdy Ninjas, Rich?
Nerdyninjas.com.
And that's Travis with you, right?
That's it.
All right. Let's see if we can see some of the rigs from this event.
Yeah, there you go.
There's the EVGA. What do you think of the new EVGA Monster Tower?
That case is sick. It's got so much room. I just love the cable management, especially with the power cord and everything, having a display on the bottom. It's a beautiful case.
And the price is amazing. Is it like $159 or so?
Yeah, they're pretty inexpensive. So they have, I think they have a couple different ones, different price ranges. But this one we plan on hydro dipping to give it a.
Really? What pattern are you gonna hydro dip on it?
Not sure yet. We're still trying to decide that. We were hoping to do that and send it so they can use it at trade shows as a thank you for helping out with the event.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at hydro dipping because hydro dipping, just like lasers and 3D printing, has gotten so much more prevalent because it's come down in price. And I've heard about people here in Minnesota that have got tubs in their garage and they're offering hydro dipping as a service. My only I'm kind of impatient though about like what kind of things they offer for styles and designs. It's still pretty much like camouflage skulls, or I don't know. Just there doesn't seem to be that like pattern that's really grabbed me yet that I haven't seen before.
No, it is pretty limited. And so if you're going to do this, if you have like an airbrusher like Brad, they can kind of use it as a launching point, and then you can add highlights and do different things with it. Mm-hmm. We're using it hydro dipping also for the ASUS Tough Armor, and also with the GPU blocks, to try to add different customizations to different parts of the case other than mean, the system other than just the case itself.
I had heard from Dave Cathy, aka Insolent Gnome, and I believe he came to this event and met you. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, you'll see pictures of his rig as well, if I remember correctly.
And who's the girl with you?
That is Kat from Swift Tech.
Oh, Kat,
Yeah.
she's still with them. I
Yes.
thought she left.
No, she's still there, just kind of keeping a low profile.
All right.
Yeah, I will say that Corsair case is pretty nice, but
You mean EVGA?
yeah, sorry, the EVGA case. I get brands is pretty nice, but I have to admit, the first time I saw it at CES, the first thought that came to my mind was after poking on it and knocking on it a little bit, how many pieces would come flying off of this if you dropped it down a flight of stairs?
Yeah, I've heard you mention that a few times.
There's the winning system you're looking at.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, aesthetically, you either like it or you don't, and it seems like a lot of people do like the look of it. There's people that said it reminded them of like a Sony Trinitron TV or a microwave oven, and I looked at it when the guys got a sample here, and yeah, I was impressed. It's more impressive when you see it in person versus pictures.
You just confused me because I'm looking at the picture of the mod, and I'm like, applying your words to the mod.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same.
Yeah, oh, the
these-
steampunk one, yeah.
So the first picture that you had of that pulled up, there was some fraying going on around the wiring, and I had just a very visceral reaction to that because I live in a very old house.
Yeah.
And that is the knob and tube wiring that I found and have been slowly carving out of this house.
Yeah, we've got like our old phone lines because the house was built in '29. Yeah, it reminds me of that. Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this: the piping, was there actually liquid? Is it just for looks, or was the piping actually working?
So some of the piping is liquid, and some is our wire management.
Because he's got the plumber's tape. It looks like
Yes.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the one downside. The thing that
That kind of ruins it.
I would have just run flexible tube through the inside of it.
Or we could have just done burlap around that to go with
Hide it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that same picture again. Dang it, Facebook. Oh, here we go.
What's really cool though is that all the gauges are actually antique gauges that he used. Everything was actually functional, not just for looks.
I like it.
He had to wire AC from his DC from the power supply, and
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Plus his girlfriend or wife or whatever dressed up in cosplay.
That's awesome.
So
I would presume he won the contest.
yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, for effort for sure. Oh, this is badass. How he's got the skull.
Yes.
That's cool. Interesting.
And then when you get a good picture of the GPU, just the amount of detail that you put into there, even though it's not highly visible unless you really look in there.
Well, right here.
Yeah, so they're on that side, and then even on the other side, that's even less visible. I think there might be a shot of it that I got. Just all the valves and everything are functional on there. The gears that he put on, just amazing detail.
Yeah, it's fun. Huh. Cool. Let's see. Oh, here's Dave's build right here.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yeah, and they're both really close.
This is what's really interesting about Dave's build is how he did the. You can see his insulate mods was molded into the side panel. That's actually color mold. All the letters there are individually molded. And Dave was looking at the idea of possibly doing that for like as a service maybe for people. I don't know yet, but I'd never seen anything like that done before.
Yeah, didn't he carve that with a CNC and then fill it with red resin, if I remember correctly?
Who's that
You can
voice?
see around
Oh,
the
that's
M.
Jim.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's
it
Google's.
It
Okay.
looked like it was routed to me and filled with a sparkly resin, which you have to have the right light to actually see the sparkles in there. That's pretty cool.
I was gonna say for that first shot, you could actually see the way the light was interacting off at the top of the M. You could see the layer.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Jim, did you finish your laser?
Yeah, I got it running.
Whoa.
It's down right now. I'm adjusting all the mirrors again. I had to rearrange the whole shop to fit it in like properly. I kind of had it just sitting in the middle of everything. But yeah, we got a couple pieces cut. You can kind of see some little tiny squares. I was just running all the calibrations. And then once I moved it, the mirrors went out of alignment. So now I'm in the process of doing it. I think it took us, I'm going out like 4 or 5 hours now. I'm in the second round of aligning the mirrors. Because the trick to it is, it kind of shoots out the laser to the first mirror. And then you got to calibrate that mirror so when it bounces into the next one, it hits dead center at the far end and close. So you turn the knobs the tiniest bit, and then you're all out of calibration again. So you got to kind of like thread the needle so it hits in the exact bullseye, because otherwise you're going to have the laser, it'll be cutting perfect at one location, but then at the other end, it'll be all out of whack. It basically won't be firing. So I finally got it dialed in. I was able to make test cuts and start getting it going, but after moving it, I got to go through that whole thing again. So hopefully I won't have to move it again after this.
And what are you doing for cooling on your laser?
It's an 800-watt water chiller. It's all in one unit, so basically it just turns on, it's ready to go. I also had to, in line on the water chiller, I have a pressure sensor, so it knows that if I am to turn the chiller off, it kills the laser power supply as well. So it has like a little jumper that goes in there. But I think it's got to stay around like 18 to 20 degrees Celsius when it's running is what it was recommended.
Yeah, the one that came with mine was an absolute piece of crap. They said it was a water cooler, but I mean, when you opened it up, it's just a joke.
Oh yeah, so let me guess. It was like the CW3000 or whatever that had no compressor or anything. It was just a radiator, a fan, and a pump in a box.
Well, if you want to call this a radiator, it was like an opportunity. So, I first used a all-in-one unit that I built from Danger Den Parts. And then I said, well, this is too much of a pain when I transport it. So I built on a SwiftTech AIO since it has a pump and res built in. And then an additional 240, so about 480 space, being the surface area. It works pretty well. It's all built onto it. So.
Yeah, this one has a radiator built in, but it also has like a Freon pump, like a refrigerator would. So
Yeah, it's a refrigeration unit, yeah.
Yeah. I would like to.
Out where I am, I can't get away without using refrigeration because, I mean, during the summer, it'll be 112, 115 degrees outside.
Right.
So,
it's not going to work out.
I have a water inline temp for the water, maintaining or monitoring temperatures with it. So if the worst gets to worse, I'm just going to run LN2 unit.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, the front of the chiller unit has a little display on it, tells you what the temperature is. And then,
I was joking about running LN2.
Well, I kind of shrug it off. I've spent too much time around the extreme systems guys. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
You picture, well, no, but they have never run liquid nitrogen and like going through a glass laser tube.
Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking you were trying to do.
Okay.
I was thinking you kill the coolant with liquid nitrogen, and yeah. Or the old trick of piling blocks of dry ice in front of the intake of your fan. See, that kind of stuff.
That worked. So, of course, you wouldn't want all the condensation around that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new unit should be fully functional here pretty soon. I'm hoping by the end of this weekend I'll be able to start getting some prototypes made.
Prototypes for what?
I got some parts that are going up on my website that I got up here. I got some radiator grills I have a design for, some reservoirs. Most of the parts are like in combination. I got to use the laser for one, the CNC for the other part. But those rad grills I showed last time with the replaceable inserts, the inserts will be done on the laser, and then the frames will be done on the CNC. And reservoirs will be they mount in fan locations. There'll be a 120, 240, and possibly a 360. So it's in the shape. It'll be like a rectangle, but then when you mount it on it, it bolts right where any fan can go. So as long as you have a fan mount on your case, you can mount the reservoir there. And then when you put the reservoir on, it also locks on different faceplates for the cover, so that those will be sold separately. So when you change the theme of your build, you can put a new faceplate on and keep your same reservoir. So I have some of those and power supply shrouds and some different things.
For your reservoirs, are you using glue or gasket?
Gaskets. I would get the gasket material from McMaster Car and glue the custom O-rings together and everything.
Right.
Hey, Rich, he actually lives right by McMaster Car. He can drive to McMaster Car.
Yeah, it's like 25 minutes away. So
Damn, it does.
Amazing.
Yeah, considering what they charge for shipping. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
right.
That's
Yeah, it's
true.
worth the 30-minute drive for sure.
All right, so guys, we're going to go ahead and roll with this new idea we're going to try out in future Hangouts. We don't have an official name yet. It's like the Modzu topic wheel or random question wheel. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in single file, cycle through all of us. We'll all answer it. I'll spin it. You can see it on my screen share. And there's different questions on here that each of you will answer when it's your turn. So
All right.
something different and fun we'll try out. You can all see that. And we'll start with Alex since he's on the end. And
Oh, boy.
and these are all questions that the Modzu staffers have submitted, and they will probably morph and change over coming weeks. And there's some fun stuff in here. So
Yeah, I wouldn't call all of them fun, but okay.
But that's the excitement.
all right, first one. This is for Alex.
Oh boy.
Worst case manufacturer and why?
Oh no.
Oh boy. Really,
That's
Bill?
easy. Come on.
Actually, it's not that easy because the worst cases are always like those $15, $20 pieces of crap that you get from like on super sale from Newegg or something.
$29.99.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Axiom. That one company was it AXIOM.
Well, the names change like every other week. I mean, it's all the same shit from the same factory. They just put a different sticker on it.
Okay.
I like that one that's all plastic. It looked like a transformer, like the front lifted up.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah. There's many of those. That's your answer? Just like the generic entry
Well,
level?
I mean, if you want me to like start pointing fingers at just people that
burn
don't
bridges.
or that companies that don't necessarily make bad cases, just hideously ugly ones. I mean, I can point at Aspire. Does anyone remember them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. It's an entry level Aspire. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I ever had an Aspire. I think once I did. I put a window in for somebody. Okay. All right. Okay. Who's next? Is Boogles, huh? You ready?
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Mm. Controller or keyboard? Controller or keyboard mouse combo, and why?
I'm assuming this means for gaming.
Yeah.
Well, if you're learning how to type with a gamepad controller, then you're way ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm a controller guy, mainly because I was just raised on consoles. I'm just now starting to get into PC gaming.
Okay.
So,
Well, all right.
control-
We'll give you a break this time, Boogles.
Oh, see, but that's actually a fun question.
That was
at least
fun.
I'm trying.
Well, no, that's a fun question because it depends on not only personal preference, as he pointed out, and what you're used to, but application. It's for
Yeah.
first-person shooters, keyboard and mouse. That's awesome. For
Yeah.
like sitting on your couch, all the keyboard mouse solutions pretty much suck for couch gaming. And
Well, also if you're doing VR.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the intent here was it was kind of a trick question to see if you were part of the PC master race or if you're a game console person. I think that was. But Boogles,
What's wrong with playing games on both?
there's nothing wrong with it.
Alex, how dare you?
All right, Rich is next. Here we go.
Oh, this is
Let's see if we can burn some bridges today.
Yeah.
ATX or ITX build, which is your favorite?
Oh man, that sucks. Well, now that NVIDIA's moved away from 4-way SLI, I'd have to say ITX.
Interesting. You just got to cheer for Mosquito.
No, I mean, especially since I'm bringing systems around, for trade shows and bringing it on the plane, I'm finding ITX is just rocks. I've been bringing that Star Trek case, as checked in baggage.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it when I was on the show before, and this is perfect. No problem runs as long as I drain the system out. I leave all the hard tubing in place, and that comes out great.
Cool. Okay, we'll go on to Jim.
All right.
Describe a pervy case mod you would make.
Actually, I think Richard had this one with the model of that woman.
The Ruby case?
Yeah.
She wasn't really pervy, though.
You didn't see when I put the latex outfit on her.
Oh, there's accessories and attachments for her. Okay.
Oh my God, I don't even know. You could get pretty creative with a 3D printer on that one.
Well, I heard that market can be very lucrative, Jim.
Right.
You have a vat of dragon skin back there to coat it too?
Dragon skin. So we haven't got an answer out of you, though.
Oh, man. What do they consider pervy?
I don't know. What do you consider pervy?
I guess, what I saw? They had a toy that was just discontinued for Halloween. That was a Peeping Tom. You can do a Peeping Tom case mod.
Okay. Well,
That's
so why was
pedestrian, Jim?
Why was it discontinued? What was pervy?
They said it was too creepy and too promoting of stalkers creeping in windows and watching people undress. Because it's like a face on a window like this. And it's supposed to, it's like describing if you're changing and you look over and there's someone creeping in your window.
Well, that's actually a good idea. You could have that be for the window of your case.
Yeah. The inside looking.
Yeah, maybe there's still some on eBay you can get.
No, quick call up Greg. Have him use his vinyl cutter to make a window applique of just some just creeping through the case window.
Open blinds with eyes.
All right, we're going to Droog next.
Oh boy.
Have you had actual case modding dreams? Describe one.
Oh, that would be a no.
No.
No, the closest I've actually come to any kind of computer modding dreams, I actually, in one of my dreams, because it was just after I busted open my hand really bad on one of those $15 tinfoil lacerate-o-matic cases, that I woke up, of course, my hand was aching to beat all hell because I got straight down to the bone. And so that was the closest I think I could ever count to a modding dream.
Huh. I've always, maybe Rich would relate to this. I've had more nightmares of stress over deadlines.
Yeah, you can kind of combine it. I always have a nightmare that, I don't want to get too graphic, but go up in front of an audience and, inappropriate things are happening.
While you're demonstrating something?
Yeah, you kind of combine that, with doing the trade show stuff, and when a lot of people are looking at you, it's been super embarrassing.
Oh,
so I guess I'm the only one with the random dreams of water cooling strange objects.
You suddenly feel a leak and wake up. By the way, RG Tech in the YouTube chat room says for a couple of worst cases, Aspire and Raid Max. Raid Max is another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Good one. If you're in the chat and you want to join us, go to my Twitter and you can see the link to join us. You just got to have a microphone and a camera.
And don't forget those Raid Max power supplies also make great hand grenades.
Yeah, we had one blow up at PDX Line.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'm next. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, it's a long one. If stuck on deserted island with electricity, a gaming rig's guts 4K monitor, what case would you choose, past or present included, to be your very last case ever? I think this was Eel that suggested this one. That's a tough one. So basically, my all-time favorite case. I suppose maybe the biggest Case Labs tower available, so I could also use it as a shelter. That's what I'll go with. Whatever their Magnum Force, whatever the largest server tower they make, I'd probably go with that one. So I could store stuff in there so animals couldn't get at it. And so, all right, we'll go back to Alex on the next one. Describe favorite old school case mod.
Well, actually, Bill, I think you still sell parts for some of those favorite old school
correct.
case mods.
Do I? Am I making money, or are they collecting dust?
I'm guessing they're probably collecting dust. I mean, how many of those 120 millimeter blowhole gasket things have you sold lately?
You know what? That's so funny. I haven't made one of those in probably almost 2 years. Because sales just kind of fell flat on it.
The little chrome cones that you'd stick on the aluminum Evercool
guys. Oh, the turbine fans? No, those I still sell, man.
No. It's when you get your old big beige case, all right? You put a big hole in the front. You put one of those big 120 millimeter awful looking ducts in it with one of those aluminum Evercool fans behind it with one of the little silly cone head things.
Yeah, the turbine mod.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous.
Yes. It's a finger chopper.
Right. I think my favorite old school case mods are really the more functional ones. So, you're just putting holes in things to cool it because otherwise it'll melt. Or
it looks cool.
Tacky mods.
Yeah.
Because remember, it's like I and probably a lot of us, I got into this mid 90s, late 90s, doing custom builds and that sort of stuff. And
I've got a video of that mod actually.
and one of the things you have to remember is that time period you also had the whole ricer movement happening in car modding, and a lot of the accessories you were seeing for PC modding were kind of in the same vein. One of the things you have to remember is that time period you also had the whole. I think we're getting feedback from somewhere.
Oh, Brian, you need to put a pair of headphones on, buddy.
Oh, dude, I haven't watched this video in years. All right, this is what Alex is alluding to.
Right now, we just see your little wheel, Bill.
Right. I just had to cue up the video first.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Oh, this thing. What year was this? It was just 2007.
That's still pretty awesome.
That's 2007. That's really late for that kind of theme, but all right.
This was
uploaded 2007. When was it originally shot?
And I always look at the resolution, and this was shot in 640 resolution. I'm pretty sure. This was a 2-part series on how to do this mod, and I'll just I haven't seen this video. I'll have more hair. I'll be skinnier. I know for sure. My hair's darker. So it was a how to use body filler to create this. Mm-hmm. What a mess. What a complete freaking mess that is.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Ugh. Then you got to sand all that down.
Sanding forever and ever.
Here's what's happened, everybody, with this market of case modding and this hobby. This is the type of stuff we would do for these mods. We would put this much time and effort into a mod where today it's just I could just select which components I want to install because the case is all ready to go with whatever configuration I want to do.
Well, that is one of the nice things, though, about the cases from years and years ago is they were the best ones for modding were basically just blank slates.
Yes.
Yeah, canvas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Blank canvas.
So you really had to be an artist and fabricator, right?
Yeah, but that's like the beauty of like the case lab cases, though. There's still a blank canvas.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Modded.
Very true. Good one, Rich. Yeah.
Well, Bill, if it makes you feel any better, I'm fabricating a fan cover for my case. Just made the template today.
Anything you fabricate on your own is a good thing.
For sure.
You're learning new
Absolutely.
skills, and absolutely, man. So anyways, we're going to go back to
The Wheel of Doom.
the Wheel of Doom. And Alex, you're next.
Alex just went, man.
That was
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Boogles again. No! All right. Last Day on Earth, and you get to play your last game. What is it?
That's a tough one. Right now, I would probably have to say Fallout 4.
Ooh. You like the post-apocalyptic stuff?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. What about all you guys? I think this is a good question for everybody. For me, it would be Half-Life 2.
I was a World of Warcraft fiend for a decade, so
Haven't gotten into that yet. Girlfriend keeps trying to get me into it, and
I would
just
say
haven't gotten in it yet.
if I could do one last raid,
One last raid, huh?
Just go all Leroy Jenkins on it.
Yeah. One last raid, huh? What
Original
about
Doom.
who said Doom?
Original Doom.
The original
Oh,
Doom.
the classic.
Yeah. How about you, Rich?
I'd have to say X-Wing.
X-Wing. Okay.
Nice. Good choice. I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5 lately.
In real life or the video game?
I drive a Toyota Yaris, dude. There is no GTA in my real life.
That would make it interesting. All right, cool. All right, we're going to go back to Jim just left the room.
no matter.
All right. This is you, Jim.
Kind of pervy question.
Your first leak. What happened, man?
Let me think. I think it was building the gray matter reservoir because I did that on a router table, and it was one of the things I regret. I think I ended up remaking it because what I did the first time around was I glued the ends on, and I had to cut the outsides to a weird shape I tried to make the ends fit inside. So I kept having leaks. It was like my first attempt with gluing with acrylic cement.
Mm-hmm.
And all the bubbles, and like every time I tried to like fill it, there's really no way to fill those little tiny pin dot holes. You have to like let the acrylic cement sit there and like get all goopy, and then like smear it in, almost like body work again with it. But I think that's the first time I ever had a really bad leak.
Mm-hmm.
actually. Why don't we go all around with that one, Bill?
Yeah, I was thinking. I think Rich is already thinking about his.
Oh yeah, yeah. So what was my first water cooled system was that first. I think I told you guys about an Alienware ALX, first one off the thing, and I made a Frankenstein right off the bat because I hated the coolants cooling in it. So I added two I had 6800 GTXs at the time. I added density blocks to them, and I had like quarter-inch tubing coming off the block. I used a size changer, scaling up, and it was just nasty, and it just broke. The tubing, came apart and just got all over the place. Yeah, it was a mess. Ugly green thermaltake coolant, I think I had in there too. So it was nasty.
I just noticed the guy that suggested Doom has a Doom poster. All right, we got somebody else joining us. What about you, Ryan? Your first leak?
Well, haven't officially started water cooling yet, so that is to be continued.
Okay.
Yet to be experienced.
Okay.
And that's my answer too. I'll let you know as soon as it happens. I'll probably come screaming.
How about you, Tabby? Did you ever do a liquid cool build and experienced your first leak? Nope, your microphone isn't working, my friend. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, we can't hear you. My first leak was when I did the pimp rig build, and we had and I kind of expected it to maybe happen, as we used a Danger Den 5 1/4 bay reservoir, and they were kind of known to possibly leak. And in fact, it was really cool. Dennis just sent me another one right away. He's like, don't worry about it. Just throw away the other one. And by the way, I'm hoping to get Dennis Leach on a Hangout as a guest, so we can go over the Danger Den history. All right.
So since I haven't answered yet.
Yeah, Alex.
Well, see, my first leak wasn't exactly a mundane leak. Let's put it that way. So this was not on my first water cooled build or anything like that. This is actually a couple years into running PTS on the system that I was using for water block testing and validation. The earlier versions of the system, I had a tube reducer that stepped down the output from not my Iwaki IG30. I didn't have that at the time, but another large AC powered Iwaki pump, and the reducer. Well, it burst, like line completely separated burst, and dumped about, before I managed to pull the plug on it, I think it managed to dump about 1.5 gallons of coolant all over my main desk, and it was distilled mixed with a little bit of the Pentacin G11 antifreeze at the time, because I was just experimenting with it, and yeah, so I got about 1.5 gallons of that all over my desk. And it wasn't just like a dedicated desk for the test system, because I also had my main workstation on the desk that was actually a small desktop sitting on the desk. And so just everything got covered in water. I was mopping it all up with paper towels for probably about an hour. I had to actually pick up and drain water out of my main workstation that was, sitting on the desk that I was desperately hoping wasn't dead, because all of the PTS emails and everything was all just there.
Tabby keeps using sign language to, he's saying, what the fuck? That's what he's saying. What the fuck? Tabby, what you want to do is probably sign out and then make sure that Google Hangout acknowledges the right microphone that you're using.
You can check that using the Hangout settings, the little gear button toward the top. That'll allow you to make sure you have the right audio device selected.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Correct, Amundo. All right. We'll just make this one an all-group question. If you were the CEO of Thermaltake, which case would you copy next? Alex?
Well, see, that means I have to stop and think about this, because I'm not sure which ones they haven't copied. I mean, I could make jokes about the Mountain Mods cube cases and stuff, but they've already done that too.
Well, I mean, look at it this way, guys. What's a popular brand out there? I would say NZXTs, H440, and S340s are probably one of the top selling case designs. If that, I would just okay, what's selling right now? What's everybody buying? That's what I would do.
I would say the one of the Inwins, the maybe S-frame, something crazy.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one.
Actually, to get that case at maybe half the price, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says.
Oh, no, they'll do an H tower.
That's what's killing them.
They'll do an H tower, but it'll have hamsters that make it motorized.
The question is, would they survive shipment from China?
Yeah, right. Okay. Does anybody else want to answer that, or should we move on?
The only thing I could think of would be Cooler Masters, the master case with the modular systems, something like that.
No, they can't do that. That can't be allowed. Modders actually had input into that one.
You guys would not allow that. You'd go back to Kenny Lynn's office and break down his door and say, "What the hell?" The thing is, that case, the one that Rich and Peter Brands and the other guys were involved with. Rich, that one still hasn't hit the market officially yet, has it?
They took some of it into the Master Case series you already saw, but no, the main one hasn't hit the market yet.
Okay. So maybe this CS, possibly, they may reveal it?
Hope so.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so too. Because, the thing is, again, Cooler Master, the Cosmos 2 was their flagship. We need another flagship. They've got to have another flagship Monster Tower. And so, we eagerly wait the appearance of that.
Bill,
all right.
We still need to we need to go through edit a little clip where we mentioned this, and I'm going to send it back. This feedback.
To try to get them to make it.
You must do it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really just not Cooler Master. Cooler Master isn't Cooler Master unless they have a case that can double as a boat anchor.
Fine.
Okay.
Not a fan of the Cosmos 2. Sorry.
Who was next?
I'll take that one.
Okay. Dell or
Because-
HP and why?
Because Michael took the company private again. That gives me hope. Dell used to actually mean something as far as quality and service went. And it wasn't until they forced him to go public that everything went straight to shit. So maybe Michael's actually fixing that. I don't know. I haven't bought a Dell yet, but maybe he's fixing it.
And you never will you?
But
Yeah, if somebody were to hand me a Dell, I would definitely put it through the works.
what? I don't understand the question. Dell or HP? They're two totally different types of products. Now,
Well, I work.
They compete against each other in pretty much all markets.
Yeah.
if you look at what's being spun off, HP is massively getting out of the network components, or getting out of the server market, desktop market. They're focusing on printers and now 3D printing.
No, I think you're thinking about the split that happened. The HP split into two companies. They have HP, which is what's being referenced here, and then HPE, which is the HP Enterprise. The Enterprise stuff that you're referring to just all went over to HPE.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they're not even focusing on servers or anything. They're really not focusing on that.
Well, our company has been going with HP for desktops for the last 8 months, and I gotta say the micro desktops that they have are really not that bad, but it's HP, so your service is questionable. And that's always been my experience with HP, is you may get solid equipment, but if something were to break and you try to open that warranty request, you're kind of going through a crapshoot, no matter if you're consumer or enterprise.
Yeah.
So with Dell, are you not going through India for customer service?
Michael was trying to bring everything back to stateside. He wants to run as much as he can out of Texas again.
Wow.
That's
That large of a company that'd be able to do that?
wow, and make money.
Well, when the shareholders no longer have a say because you've made the company private, there are a lot of things you can do that wouldn't fly otherwise.
That's true. That's very interesting. We'll have to check in on Dell in a year or so and see what's going on.
Yep.
So what I want to see is, remember when Dell bought Alienware?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at I guess you're actually right in HP. They're not totally moving out because they pushed the Envy again, didn't they?
Yeah, they're reviving their Voodoo acquired brands.
But with main gear,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So there's enough market interest for them to do that, huh?
so did main gear actually develop that system, or did HP, or was it a real joint venture?
I think that was, I don't know for sure, but I would say it's just a collaboration. I could be wrong, but
Because it seems like they have the same mentality. Once they acquire a company, they kind of cannibalize it.
yeah. And Raul Sood, he was upset what happened after HP bought Voodoo, because then he felt that it lost its soul.
Understandably so.
Yeah. So, but okay, you guys enjoying playing this? I guess it's kind of like a game, but it's initiating
cool.
good topics.
Well,
I'm learning.
I gotta head out, guys. I will catch you next week on the Hangout.
Okay.
See you later, Jim.
See you guys later.
Thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
So, Bill, when are we going to get cheaps on one of these?
I'm working on it. Oh, favorite Modzu Hangout episode. Oh, that was spelled wrong. Maybe it's a clue.
No comment.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So my favorite episode, huh? I'm gonna cheat.
It's Jeremy. It's crucial that you spell these things correctly.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for the cheap kill on this one because I had such a fun time catching up with Vern on the first Pimp Rig reunion.
Oh yeah, our lowest turnout episode. It just turned out, yeah, it was reflecting back on the Pimp Rig days with Vern. By the way, we are going to try to get another part 2 with some other people that couldn't make it for another Pimp Rig reunion on the Modzu Hangout. I'm trying to think of my favorite. I liked Patrick Norton. That was pretty cool. Talking
Absolutely. Yeah, having him come on and getting his quite a bit left field view on the building materials. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. How about you guys? Is there a favorite episode you were either on or you watched?
I kind of like the one with Nick, to be honest.
Well, Mick, yeah, that was a good one.
That was a fun episode.
Yeah, that was a good one. We need more people like Mick. It's hard to get. He's a great guest no matter what format you have him because he's outspoken. He likes to have fun. We knew that would be a good one. I've been talking to reaching out to other people that have made an impact in some way on this hobby or industry, and we've got some interesting people lined up. But I also wonder, are they going to be interesting guests though? You know. And what I try to stay away from is like company reps, unless it's Case Labs and it's Jay. Jay's pretty cool, but if it's like when we had the AMD guy, it was kind of he can't reveal anything. He can't say anything. You know, it's.
Well, you don't want to shill. I mean, when you get people who are enthusiasts and they went into like dentists would be awesome. Guys who have some street credibility, so to speak.
Yeah. When I reached out to Dennis on Facebook, he said he was in the middle of tearing apart a Subaru engine, and he didn't give me details. Like, was it in my mind goes to, he's changing the cams in it, or maybe he's just repairing it for a family member or something. But I couldn't help. Because it is Dennis Leach from Danger Den, and he used to create all the products and make the products, and he would build really cool stuff. I couldn't help but think that he was maybe working on it as a project to modify or something, but who knows? We'll ask him when he shows up. So I'll go ahead and move on to the next one. And by the way, if you're watching in the chat, go to @MMPC Tech on Twitter and just click on the link and you can join us, but you've got to have a working microphone and camera. Okay, who should we go to next here? Describe the oldest piece of PC hardware you own. Volunteers?
Oh, what is the oldest piece I own?
You probably beat me by quite a few years, but I have a 486 DX2, nice hard ceramic top processor sitting in one of my drawers.
That's
pretty
bad.
old. That's like 1995.
Yep.
Let's see. If I remember correctly, I still have an original Macintosh kicking around somewhere.
Oh, that's pretty nice. What's the line?
I think. Either that or I got rid of it in the move. I don't remember anymore.
How cool would it be to have a Next Cube?
Oh, that would be awesome. Because I the cube design is something that I've been interested in for a while, and that's why I ended up doing the mod of that PowerMac G4 cube years ago. But having an X cube would be pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Macs since 1989.
Oh, hey, we finally have sound. Awesome.
Yay, Tabby. Tabby, where are you located?
Oh shit! You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
You better stop talking smack about Bill now.
Yeah, right.
And by the way, Bill,
Yes.
can you hear me, Bill?
Yes, I can.
This is Loose Neutral.
Well, there he is. This is the guy that's haunted us forever. Loose Neutral on the forums.
Right on. Nice to meet you.
Finally.
I have been ducking and going and hemming and hawing and just, I have satellite internet and everything has gone to hell. But, yeah, I said I'm going to just blow it all because I wanted to see you tonight. Love you guys, man.
Love you
Love
guys.
you, Bill.
Awesome.
Thanks. You know, if you guys don't know, do a Google search on Loose Neutral, and you'll see that he's been on all the big forums. Well, I know BitTech and the Modzu.
No. That's some other guy from the Midwest doing songs. And no, I'm just a crazy guy that. Let me see. When did I follow you, man? About 2008, 2007, 2008,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in there. Mods. What was that site you had there? The Mod Bros or something?
The mod.
No, all
Mod
you
Brothers?
guys, man. Just look.
Oh yeah, the
Look,
Mod Brothers.
I'm a
Yeah.
Mac guy. I've always been a Mac guy, and you guys made me a PC guy.
All right. Hoorah!
Welcome to
Nice.
the dark side.
It's
We
okay
have-
to have your foot in both worlds. It's
Yeah, it
okay.
absolutely is.
Boot camp.
Oh no, man. I mean, Bill's been doing a lot of things for a long time. A lot of. Oh man, through so many different forums that I've
Yes.
watched.
Yeah,
And it's just crazy. It's really crazy. I mean, and now we watch how things are starting to calm down, and then Bill comes out with even crazier grills, and then he's got like aluminum things. What do you call them?
The combs.
What do you call it? Your wire combs and stuff. Yeah, man, it's just berserk, and I love it.
yeah. Well, it's survival. That's what it is. If I want to stay in this industry,
No, it's not
making-
survival, it's love.
well, no. Here's the thing. This is the truth. I was talking to my dad about this the other day because he asked, "How's your business going?" And I said, "Well, as long as I'm innovating things that people will buy, I will continue to survive and enjoy doing this for a living. If I don't innovate, I will just fall by the wayside." And that's a fact. And you can ask anybody that's trying to make a business out of making parts for this hobby, is you've got to keep pushing the envelope and you've got to watch the trends. Otherwise, you're going to become another one of these stores that disappears one day, like Crazy PC Mods and all the other countless ones that just disappeared.
Bill, you're a lucky man.
Yeah, but
I talked to my dad, and he doesn't understand anything I say anymore. Nothing.
How old is your dad?
79.
Yeah.
I mean, look at me. I mean, you're looking at me. I mean, look at me. You're finally seeing me for the first time. And when did I first start haunting you? I'll tell you what. I believe it was when I was dogging out Cheeps when he had a computer that looked like Frankenstein. and I was begging him, let
I
that
remember
be
that
my
one.
avatar.
Yes.
You
that was on
remember it?
BitTech. That was a contest he entered.
Yes, BitTech. That was a long time ago, man. And you remember that?
Yeah, I remember exactly because it was one of my favorite designs that he did.
You said, Jeeps, let him have the avatar.
That's right. Yeah, you haven't lost your memory.
Nope. Not yet, but neither of you. But see, that's what I love about you guys and all of what you guys do. You love PCs. You love, well, just the tech of it all and the love of it all. And that's what's kept me going. And I duck away every now and then, and you say, hey, look who showed up.
Yep.
And I love you
right.
for it.
Yeah, you're
love
like the booster bus that shows up and cheers us on to keep pushing the envelope on things.
Not often enough. Not often enough. You guys are really great, all of you.
Well, thanks. I'm glad we could finally see you. On that note,
I'm seeing all these faces here. This is my first time on, and I'm seeing these faces here, and I don't know any of them. So I need to be introduced.
Well,
I mean,
the first one on the far left is Alex, a.k.a. Petra, from Petra's Water Cool Shop. And he's going to be coming back into this industry making cool stuff. Then we've got, I always remember Boogles McGee as his screen name. And then we've got Richard Soros, a.k.a. Darth Beavis. You've heard of Darth Beavis. You've heard of Darth. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah. And then we've got Ryan. Ryan, what's your last name?
Me or the other Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, the other Ryan, the Doom Ryan.
Yeah, I'm Blue Devil with Overclock.net, actually. I forgot to introduce myself earlier.
Oh, yeah, Ryan. So you found us on the Twitter feed. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. And then we've got Drugnar. So
yeah, man.
Unfortunately, we got to get going.
Okay. I took up too much time. Thank you all.
No. We got a late start too.
Yeah, we got a real late start, but that was fun that we got to try out the. We may need a more official name than just the topic wheel, but the Modzu question wheel. That was fun.
Misfortune.
Wheel of topics.
I like the wheel misfortune, or could be the wheel of misfortune. All right, so Drug is going to close us out, everybody.
All right, folks. You did it. You wasted another week of your time with us talking about, well, in this episode, there really wasn't a singular topic, but we covered a lot. We had some fun. And as my usual way of closing things out, I just need to remind you there's something out there that's bugging you as far as a piece of hardware, or if you've got an appliance that's just a little bit too ugly to exist anymore, so you need to cut it up. You need to paint that sucker up. We want you to post it with us. Come over to the forums. Come to themodzu.com/forums. Start yourself up a thread. Show us all your work. But the biggest important thing is, man, you just got to get out there and go mod something, all right? You guys have a good week.